안녕하세요, 여러분들. Hello and welcome to episode 36 of Korean with David. Now, today I've got a very special episode where I was sent a question, which I think is a very important question. This question was, why don't all Koreans speak Korean? Now, again, common sense, yes, Koreans speak Korean, but did you know there is a very big group of Korean adoptees that live in the US? This is why there's a lot of people who actually are Korean American or are Korean but can't speak Korean. So, why is this? Well, a lot of the times they don't know about the Korean community around them. Now, their foster parents and the people around them do try to introduce them because they understand it's part of their culture. But language is always hard. It's not as simple as you think. Korean is one of the top 5 most difficult languages to learn in the world, and it's not an easy task. But it's something that you should not expect your friends who you went to high school with, who were born and raised in the US. They might only speak English. They might understand Korean, but they maybe can't speak it, and that's not uncommon. A lot of people will only know like the curse words, or they know how to say the alphabet, or they'll know some, children's songs like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, which we learned before is like 반짝반짝 작은 별. That was during the onomatopoeia episode. So in this situation, there's a lot of people who don't actually speak the language. Now, is this a bad thing? No. Some people they don't really mind it. They're thinking, I'm American, that's it. I'm European, I'm German, that's it. But inside, there are people who still want to learn the languages. Now, there are some camps and some areas that you can go to where, yes, you can learn about the Korean culture and the Korean heritage and learn about different things. But it's up to you because it's hard to find sometimes. I've had experiences where I volunteered at some of these camps, and yeah, it was great, but it wasn't easy. It's like you're meeting a bunch of new people who are going through the same thing, or it's a bunch of people who already know and they kind of just leave you on the outside. So a challenge for you would be find people who are like-minded, who want to learn Korean together and learn together. Always help to encourage each other. Don't push each other down. That's the kind of community I want to see. And I know I've got the feeling that those who contact me and who send me these emails and who learn from this podcast feel that way. Is like, yeah, speaking Korean, I shouldn't feel bad about it. I'm trying my hardest, and yeah, it's hard, but if I keep trying, maybe I'll succeed. That's the great thing about it. I will say this, when I started learning Korean, it was not easy. The first thing I knew was like, first phrase I learned was like, I have diarrhea. And I learned that because it was like in one of like the Korean to English vocabulary books. And I was like, if I ever travel, this would be something good to know. And have I ever used it? No. But learning it kind of made it more fun. Now, I did buy like a grammar book to learn Korean, but for me, as I started reading the first page, I tossed it out. Why? Because to me, I thought I'm better at listening and just following along, and like, I don't care about the grammar. I want to be able to speak and do it now. I want to be able to communicate now. Now, is grammar important? Yes, of course. But when you're learning, for me, I think it's more important to learn how to speak, because it's just like a child. When we learn our mother language, how did we learn it? We asked mom and dad, like, what's this? What's that? And then we started incorporating that into our daily use language. So with Korean, that's what I want to try to do with this podcast, is help you guys learn as much basics as possible. And trust me, I don't plan on giving this up anytime soon. We're only at episode 36, and yet there's so many people who keep listening, who want to learn more, and who are more interested. This is the great thing. So, again, for any of you out there who are feeling discouraged, don't. You can do it. And it's something that you'll learn often. It's like, no, 할 수 있어. 할 수 있어 means I can do it. So I want you all to practice this right now. We're going to say 할 수 있어. 할 수 있어. 할 수 있어. So together a little faster. That's 할 수 있어. 할 수 있어. 할 수 있어. So I hope this answered your question, and I hope everybody starts having a better understanding. Now, again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to send me an email at learnkoreanwithdavid@gmail.com and check out our Instagram. It's Learn Korean with David IG. I try to post stuff there to help you guys out as well. So, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. 다음에 봐요.